party's most senior MEPs has left UKIP just weeks after being admitted to hospital following an altercation with a colleague.
Yeah, Stephen Woolfe had been a favourite to take over as leader, but says the party is ungovernable and riddled with infighting. He's been speaking to our political correspondent, Alex Forsyth.
I'd had 2 seizures, one of 3 minutes, one of 2 minutes. I'd been unconscious for quite some time. And there was partial paralysis down the left-hand side and down my face, and they were incredibly concerned about me.
You were in hospital for 3 to 4 days. What's this been like for you?
It's been a horror story. It's been quite emotional. There is something rotten at the heart of UKIP.
Is it over for UKIP?
I think they've got a spiral. Someone suggested it as a death spiral of their own making.
Do you think it's a death spiral?
I think unless someone very quickly can wrestle with the issues that they've got, then we will see the loss of something that I think shouldn't be lost.
The loss of the party?
Yeah, I think the loss of the party, their influence, the goodwill that the British public have with them.
But has UKIP let those voters down?
Of course they've let them down. They've let them down, they've let themselves down. And I don't think that at this stage UKIP is governable.
Stephen Woolfe speaking there. What now for UKIP? Paul Oakden is the party's chairman, joins us from Birmingham. Very good morning to you. Thank you for your time this morning. Just pick up on some of those themes Stephen Woolfe talks about. He said the party was on a death spiral. He said the party was ungovernable and that there was something rotten within the party. Can you just give us a response to those claims?
Good morning. Well, very clearly UKIP is facing some challenges at the moment. I remain entirely confident that the election of our new leader, which will be completed now by the end of November, will solve many of those problems. We're looking for somebody now to lead our party, to take our party forward, to give it fresh direction and fresh purpose. I completely disagree with the fact that the party is in what Stephen has characterised as a death spiral. Interesting that Stephen there mentions having let down the British public. I think the thing that perhaps is true there is that the altercation a week last Thursday in Strasbourg certainly let down the British public and let down the party. Unfortunately, Stephen has chosen to leave our party as a man of great talent and ability. We're sad by that, but we're going to focus very much now on these over the next 6 or 7 weeks on putting forward the process for selecting our new leader. That's our focus, that's our priority. We wish Stephen well, but it's an side issue when we're all focused on the bigger picture right now.
Do you respect him?
Do I respect Stephen Woolfe? I respect Stephen Woolfe's ability, and I'm very, very conscious about the fact that he has clearly gone through a significant health issue. Being no doubt, Stephen was in bad shape. That much is clear to most of us in hospital just a week and a half ago. He's emphasised in his statement that he needs some time now to recuperate, recover. We wish him well in that. Clearly, he is not a well man. We would much rather he focus on getting his health back. Whilst he does that, we're going to focus on making sure that UKIP has a very bright and prosperous future.
The thing I'm getting from what you're saying there is I think you're questioning his judgment at this point in time. And some people will say that who are they supposed to believe? The man who's just left the party, who feels free to say the things possibly he thinks he's been watching under his nose for some time, or the chairman of the party, whose job it is, frankly, to come on our programme this morning and say, don't worry, all's well. I think a lot of people will be thinking they might well think they'll believe the guy now who's telling it how it is.
Well, people are free to believe whomever they wish. From my perspective, I'm saying what I believe to be true in the case of the party. What makes UKIP unique is, as you in the media enjoy so much, is that our members feel free often to say what they think, irrespective of whether they're members or not. I'm not blaming Stephen's health on what he's decided to do. Stephen himself has said he wants to recover and focus on his health and his family. I respect that. I understand that. I'm disappointed that Stephen has gone. But let's be clear here. This is somebody who was under investigation by the party for being involved in an altercation that came about in a meeting that was called due to him talking to the Conservatives about defecting. So there were clearly underlying problems there, both from his perspective and clearly from the party's perspective as well. So right now, all I wish to do with Stephen is wish him well, wish him a speedy recovery, wish him well for the future, as I've said. And as a party, we're going to focus very much on what matters to us now, which is getting a new leader in place. Stephen mentioned there, and I agree with him, that we need somebody to take on the challenges that the party faces. I think the leadership contest we put forward will bring out the strength and depth of the talent and make sure that plenty of people, Charlie, believe me, will want to do that job.
What are the names? Which names?
Well, given that applications only opened yesterday, I'm not entirely sure that anybody has submitted an application yet.
So
and
no
I'm not
one's,
going to go
no
off
one's
what people
spoken to you
have
as
told them.
chairman as yet? No
Many
one said,
people have spoken
I'm
to me
up for it.
personally. Many people have spoken to me personally about it, yes.
OK, so you've got a number of candidates.
There are certainly a number of people that have declared an interest to me verbally, and now I'm waiting to see who among them puts in an application form. I'm very excited to find out.
Paul Oakden, thank you very much for your time this morning. Paul Oakden is the chairman of UKIP.
You didn't, frankly, have the balls to put country before party.